Hey there, my name is Rita Ricks, and I want to welcome you to Spirit Mastermind, where today we are in part 3 of a 4-part series on listening to the silence. In part 1, I told you about my story and how I connected with silence. In part 2, I shared with you the benefits of practicing silence, and today we're going to commit to listening to quotes, to listening to what other people say about listening to the silence, about being silenced. And so I'm going to share 6 quotes with you, and I want you to begin immediately to write in order to post them in your environment, wherever you can see them. But first, before we get to the quotes, I want to ask you how you're doing. And I always do this because I want to make sure you're okay. I was talking to a friend this morning about the fact that so many women have had to leave the job market for a number of reasons. So if you are one of those people in particular, I want you to get in touch with me. I want you to contact me. Go to speaktoyourspirit.com and contact me. I'd love to listen to you. I'd love to be able to hear you. I'd love to be able to offer you some options. Please consider me as I speak to your spirit. Now let's breathe. Close your eyes. Sit straight up in your chair and put your feet flat on the floor and put your hands on your thighs. And I want you to slowly, just slowly, as you release your shoulders and let them just fall away from your head, I want you to slowly breathe in through your nose and breathe slowly out through your mouth. Breathe slowly in and breathe slowly out through your mouth. And breathe in light and love. And just feel it permeating your body. And I want you to let go of the toxins that you're holding in your body, whether it's a person, place, or thing, whether it's a feeling, whether it's an emotion. Let it go. Let it go. It is stopping you from bringing peace into your life. Breathe in slowly the light and the love. Breathe out the toxins slowly, slowly, slowly. Because the breathing, when you take that deep breath, allows you to feel alive. And I want you to do that 2 more times. And then open your eyes and come back. So as I said, I've chosen 6 quotes to share with you. And I'm going to talk a little bit about each one. You can choose all of them. You can choose one of them. You can find one that you like and send it to me. I'll be more than glad to share it with everybody that's listening. Okay? So, the first quote says, "In today's rush, we all think too much, we seek too much, we want too much, and we forget about the joy of just being." Eckhart Tolle said that. We always feel lack when there's so much abundance that we have privy to. But we're constantly looking. I want this, I want that, I want the other, instead of just feeling grateful for being. We are human beings. We are not human doings. So just relax, as I asked you to do when we were breathing, and just be with yourself. The second quote, "You must learn to get in touch with the innermost essence of your being. This true essence is way beyond the ego. It is fearless. It is free. It is immune to criticism. It doesn't fear any challenge. It is beneath no one. It is superior to no one. And it's full of magic, mystery, and enchantment." That's from Deepak Chopra. I love that. That's what silence does. It allows you to go inside to places that you never imagined before. There's so much of your spirit that you still don't know. And so when he says it is fearless and it's free, it's immune to criticism. Doesn't matter what anybody else thinks of you. That's their problem. It doesn't fear any challenge. It's beneath no one, superior to no one. That's who I am. That's who I want you to be. Just working on me. Just working on you. Thank you, Deepak Chopra. The third one is quiet the mind and the soul will speak. That's from Ma Jayasati. Quiet the mind and the soul will speak. You will find from my other two parts that I talk about how creative I've become as a result of being silent. And so that voice that just seems so loud when you're hearing it, if you don't write it down, it will fade away. So quiet the mind in order for your soul to speak. My Jayasati. Number 4. Part of the key to time management is carving out time to think as opposed to constantly reacting. And Jeff Weiner, the CEO of LinkedIn, said that. This, to me, is one of the most important keys. Because if you're always busy, you're not being productive. If you're always doing something, you don't know where you're going. You could end up anywhere. But when you have a vision and you take the time to hear how to get to that vision, that means being quiet. That means listening to the still voice. That means being. Just being. Instead of, as he said, constantly reacting. Somebody says something, you snap back. You get mad. This isn't working. That isn't working. Oh, I'm late for this. I'm late for that. If COVID didn't teach me anything else, it is that I should slow down. I should slow down to a much slower speed. And I think about time and how much I appreciate it. It seems even more now as a result of COVID. I love time. I'm very intentional and focused on time, who I spend it with, what I'm doing in that time. How much time do I take for me? How much time do I take for others? I'm not reacting. I am not reacting. I am carving out time for me. Number 5, and this quote is written by somebody that I could not find the name. And it simply says, all I need is within me. All I need is within me. I am equipped, as are you, to do whatever you're here to do. And when I say here, I'm talking about on this planet. You have everything you need. You have the capacity to do. You have the skill and the blessedness to be all that you can be. It's all inside of you. So you have to be quiet in order to hear it. And then finally, another piece by Eckhart Tolle. We started with him and we're going to end with him. You find peace not by rearranging the circumstances of your life, but by realizing who you are at the deepest level. And let me explain that. It really goes back to reacting. If you react to everything, then you're all over the place and you can never connect with your spirit because you are reacting to something somebody else has done. But when you know who you are at your deepest level, what they say, again, doesn't matter. What they say about me is none of my business. The situations will come and go, but you know you at the very deepest level because you connect with your spirit regularly. And it is when you connect at the very deepest level. And just imagine how deep is. Just imagine the depth of who you are and what you have to offer. That in itself is awesome. So think about those quotes. Share them with others. Post them so that you can see them. And remind yourself that all that you need is within you. In our next episode, which will be part 4 of, the next part, which will be part 4, We're going to practice being silent. We're literally going to practice being silent. So in the meantime, visit my website, speaktoyourspirit.com, and click on the event, Living from the Inside Out. This workshop that we've created teaches you the 3 critical steps necessary to achieve the peace that silence brings to your mind, your body, and your spirit. And I would love for you to experience the transformation. We're offering this workshop, Living from the Inside Out, June 5th, 12th, and 19th. So click on events so you can read more and register. You will love it. I'm Rita, speaking to your spirit. Until next time. Hey, thanks for joining us. I'm so glad you had a great time. Listen, I want us to stay in contact. So follow us on Instagram, like us on Facebook, Speak to Your Spirit, subscribe to us on YouTube. Don't be selfish. Share all of our information with others, and we will see you again really soon. Thanks a lot.